epic viewers from around the multiverse, prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to be commencing episode 1 of Eating My Way to Perfect Health in 2019 as a hardcore vegan and fruitarian. So, in this series, I'll be devouring fruits and vegetables. I'll also apprise you of the benefits appertaining to eating fruits and vegetables. There are 0 downsides. Eating fruits and vegetables will optimize your health. They'll imbue you with energy and will nutrify your vessel in this little simulation. This is my marionette, my avatar, my gateway into the simulation. My vessel is my subconscious mind. How's that for an intro? Pretty abysmal, pretty subpar, and pretty utterly egregious. So, as you can unequivocally see, I commence my meal by eating vegetables, followed by acidic fruits, subacidic fruits, sweet fruits, plant-based proteins, and plant-based carbs, and then plant-based fats. I never have oils because they're oxidized. Now, I did get my vitals tested recently. My blood test results are characterized by unalloyed perfection. They're impeccable, to say the least. There's 0 issues. Nothing is erroneous. However, I have been getting sick recently. This is a topic that I detest and disdain discussing. Why? It's just depressing and dreary and drab to think about, but I need to be forthcoming, outright, and blatantly honest. No facets. The crux of the issue is I get anywhere from an hour to 2 hours of sleep per night. I work 7 days a week. I work 3 private sector jobs. It's debilitating, and it renders me impaired, fatigued, frazzled, torpid, lethargic, and debilitated. However, it is what it is, and the pay rate for these jobs is abysmal. One of them pays minimum wage, one of them pays less than minimum wage as an independent contractor, and the third one pays slightly above minimum wage. But my coworkers, even though they're a joy to talk to, and even though it's fun to be gregarious, sociable, and build camaraderie with others, and forge bonds, and be loquacious, they do spray carcinogens, neurotoxins, endocrine disruptors, and other deleterious noxious compounds. They love to utilize perfume, so that is a dire issue. Nonetheless, the thickness, the annealing results from not getting any REM sleep. You could eat all the healthiest foods in the multiverse, but it'll culminate in your premature demise if you're not getting any sleep. So it's shaving off decades of my life, and sadly amplifying my mortality rate. So I'm depleting my sacrosanct, finite, indispensable, non-replenishable time for fiat currency, putting my multi-billion-dollar vessel in this simulation in peril to earn fiat currency due to not getting any REM sleep. And I'm also getting written up at my job in spite of having the utmost highest possible scores. And the reason I'm getting written up is because I'm tardy. It's arduous to make it to work in a punctual manner when you're eminently fatigued, when you're incessantly working, and when you need to prioritize your health. This level of survivability. You know, she'd rather have me come in 15 minutes earlier and then get there just on time or slightly late, even though it would culminate in me getting 45 minutes of sleep in an hour. You know, I'm already not getting sufficient sleep, and when you're losing a quarter of your sleep time to get to work earlier, it just is overwhelming. But that's a topic for another day. I apologize about digressing and trifling you with the sheer and utter nonsense. And I thought about it too. I can apply for higher paying jobs, but I dread filling out those long-winded 2-hour applications. You know, I'm highly credentialed. I have my doctorate, my MBA, 4 certifications, the Google Analytics certification, the Google AdWords certification, the Google Digital Sales certification, and the Google Mobile Site certification. Furthermore, my dissertation is published in a scholarly database is copyrighted in the Library of Congress, and it's a mixed methods dissertation. It applies the quantitative methodology and the qualitative methodology. And in spite of all this, in spite of having earned over 80 million video views, in spite of having ample work experience working for others and earning 5 to 6 million video views per month, and having earned over 50,000 subscribers and having streamed for tens of thousands of hours, they want someone to work a high-paying job who has experience working that high-paying job. You know, they don't want to give the youth, even though I am from a time of antiquity and a rope of the past, a chance, you know, so it just makes it hard. I thought about converting my dissertation into 3 scholarly journal articles, but I can't afford to hemorrhage more time, not getting paid. I've already spent 3 decades of my life in school. I love playing with my food. I love the tactile experience, you know, I love the sensation. It's very stimulating. This bowl is for a course. I did take my vitamins prior to the advent of eating this meal. I love to graze my food, Fletcherize every bite, eat for 5 to 20 hours. In a nutshell, with my meals now, I change out how I eat. So after I eat my cauliflower, I typically have 2 oranges, preferably blood oranges. Then I'll have what else? Oh yeah, then I'll typically have 6 to 8 tomatoes, preferably the large ones. Followed by that, I'll have 6 cherries. They're chock full of antioxidants. And then after that, I'll have usually 47 cans of black olives. And then after that, I'll try to eat anywhere from a minimum of 9 to 27 avocados. And then I'll try to follow up with 1,300 calories of coconut shreds. So all in all, it's really eating 5 to 10,000 calories of fruits and vegetables in a 5 to 12-hour time window. I don't mind prolonging it. And I love my saturated fats, monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, carotenoids, flavonoids, plant-based enzymes, and other nutrients, as well as vitamins, minerals, and other salubrious compounds that I need to thrive, prosper, and flourish. So without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, let's allow the eating to commence. I'm not doing anything but eating in this video. That's the irony. Life is full of contrast. That's the dichotomy between practice and reality. Pretty much everything. Practice cannot prepare you for reality because the future is enigmatic, unforeseeable, and obscure beyond a veil of time. These are the vicissitudes of life. It just harkens back to you not being in control and not being the Svengali in this little simulation. You know, they say you're a pioneer of your own destiny, but do you know what your next thought will be? Will it be that you're about to rage quit from this video and abscond and flee? Just like a wild Pidgey. Alrighty, that's good and cleaved off. The broccoli has been lacerated. I perforated through it with my teeth. I'm just exaggerating. Got to add some embellishment and augment the video every chance you get, right? So if you want to optimize your health, eat fruits and vegetables. You won't feel any inflammation. Get anywhere from 16 to 24 hours of sleep per day. Hopefully you're a trustful baby and don't have to work. Unfortunately, I do have to work. I have a copious amount of debt at this juncture. It makes me sick thinking about it, and the interest is accruing in the principal each and every day. The APR is almost 20%, and that's what keeps me up. You know, it's just leading to my premature designation. You know, I'm not getting any sleep to make a valiant, earnest attempt to pay off my debt. But don't get into debt. Don't go to school. Let it enslave you. You know, when you're a student, you're dead in yourself, the opportunity cost is too high, you're not earning any revenue, and you're completing meaningless work. You know, I wrote a mixed messes, 143-page dissertation, copyrighted in the Library of Congress, published on a renowned, illustrious, scholarly database. And in spite of all this, you know, I'm starting out at minimum wage, working for other companies, or close to minimum wage for my full-time job, so I wouldn't have undergone this process. And you could say it's remiss of me to not apply for all the high-paying jobs that I'm qualified to pursue. The problem is those applications take 2 hours. Yes, I could potentially get 40 an hour, but I would get very few hours for that job. It's hyper-competitive. Almost 2% of the population has their doctorate. Even though I have a specialty within a specialty, by having a doctorate of business administration with a concentration in marketing, I'm competing against 50 and 60-year-olds who supersede me and who eclipse me and who trump me in work experience, so they're going to hire them any day over me. And the problem also is I can't afford to invest in getting scholarly journal articles published, because not only do I have a ton of debt to pay off, I need income coming in. And with writing scholarly journal articles, you have to not only earmark your time towards non-revenue generating activities, but you also have to pay to get them published, you know, and then there's a 75 to 90% chance that they could get rejected from a scholarly journal. So it is what it is. I add turmeric, black pepper, and ginger to my meals. Black pepper increases the bioavailability of turmeric by at least 2,000% on each and every meal I eat. 2,000. I have 5 to 10,000 milligrams of sea salt or kosher salt, and the sea salt and kosher salt are coarse. They're devoid of anti-caking agents, sugars, additives, you name it. They're just simply plain, and I love the electrolytes. You know, they reinvigorate me. I need indefatigable energy to function. So let's just go. Let's get a few bites in, and then we'll call it a video, shall we? I love cauliflower, hearts and palm are my favorite vegetable. Blood oranges are my favorite fruit. You gotta fertilize every bite. Get the saliva flowing. Gotta protect your enamel, which in turn protects your dentin. You gotta safeguard those chromosomes and telomeres. And protect the structural integrity of your DNA. Biological code, or biological computers. My organs are my hardware components. My veins are my wires. And what you see before you is an illusion. It don't exist in your consciousness. You're confined to experiencing the simulation vicariously through your avatar, through the parameters of your 7 senses. You cannot see this confluence of time and space. Outside the parameters of your 7 senses, you can't prove I exist. For all you know, I could be a figment of your imagination. I'm taking valuable real estate in your neurons, but of course, you'll forget me in due time, but it is what it is. I love cauliflower, and this is my first time eating since Sunday, so it's technically a Wednesday. I typically eat on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I enter ketosis within 24 hours by dry fasting, and then I drink water after 24 hours elapses after my previous meal. So I'll start drinking water on Tuesday, and then after I eat on finish eating on Wednesday, then I'll start drinking water again 24 hours post my last meal. So I'll start drinking water on Friday. So after doing the video, I hope you found this video to be dazzling, insightful, and captivating. Have a wonderful 2019 New Year. Today is January 16th. Goodbye. I hope that you're all blessed by Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. See you.